For many older adults, breakfast feels safe and familiar. It rarely raises concern, especially when eggs are on the plate. Eggs are often seen as a smart, nourishing choice. They are simple. They feel comforting. They have been trusted for decades. But what if the risk is not the eggs themselves? What if the real issue is what sits beside them? As we age, the body becomes quieter. It does not always send clear warning signs. Digestion slows. Blood vessels stiffen. Inflammation builds without pain. When eggs are combined with certain foods, subtle conflicts can begin. Not dramatic, not immediate, but steady and persistent. These combinations may strain digestion. They may affect blood sugar balance. They may quietly burden the heart over time. Many people follow the same breakfast routine for years. They feel fine at first. Then energy fades. Discomfort appears. Recovery feels slower than it used to. This is not about fear. And it is not about strict rules. It is about awareness. It is about understanding how familiar habits can change their effect after 60. Small daily choices can work with your body, or they can quietly work against it. In this video, we will explore 5 common foods. Foods that often seem harmless with eggs, but foods that may create hidden stress inside the body. Once you see these patterns, your mornings may never look the same, and one small adjustment could make a meaningful difference. Now, let's begin with the first combination. Number 1. Eggs and bacon. For many people, this breakfast feels timeless. Eggs and bacon look simple, warm, and familiar. They feel like comfort on a plate. For decades, this pairing has been treated as harmless, even reassuring, especially for older adults who value routine. But this is where the quiet problem begins. Eggs on their own offer protein and natural fats. They support muscle and steady energy. But bacon changes how the body responds. Bacon carries heavy salt. It also contains preservatives and dense saturated fat. Together, these shift the balance of the meal. When eggs and bacon are eaten together, the body faces overload. Not immediately, but gradually, day after day. High salt levels encourage fluid retention. Blood pressure rises without obvious warning. Arteries begin to lose flexibility. At the same time, processed fats slow circulation. Blood moves less freely. The heart must work harder with each beat. For older adults, this strain matters more. Age already reduces vessel elasticity. Recovery takes longer than it once did. Cooking bacon at high heat adds another layer. Certain compounds form during intense cooking. These compounds increase internal stress. When these compounds mix with egg fats, the effect deepens. Inflammation becomes more likely. Oxidative stress increases quietly. Nothing dramatic happens after one meal. There is no sharp pain. No clear signal to stop. Instead, changes appear slowly. Morning energy fades. Breathing feels heavier during simple tasks. Many people blame age itself. They assume tiredness is normal. But food combinations often play a role. Consider a familiar situation. A man in his 70s eats the same breakfast daily. 2 eggs. Several strips of bacon. Black coffee. He enjoys the taste. He likes the simplicity. He believes protein keeps him strong. Over time, his walks feel shorter. Stairs feel steeper. He rests more often. Nothing seems urgent. So nothing changes. Eventually, he replaces bacon with vegetables and healthy fats. Not out of fear. Just curiosity. Weeks later, he notices something unexpected. Mornings feel lighter. Energy lasts longer. This shift surprises him. The eggs stayed the same. Only the pairing changed. This is the key lesson. Food rarely works alone. Combinations matter. Salt, processed fat, and cholesterol together create pressure. Not instantly, but persistently. This pressure quietly ages blood vessels. It increases internal workload. The heart compensates until it cannot. Eggs are not the enemy here. They are neutral. Sometimes helpful. But bacon tips the balance. It turns support into strain. Comfort into burden. If savory flavor is important, alternatives exist. Cooked mushrooms add depth. Avocado offers richness. These choices reduce salt load. They support steadier circulation. They feel gentler on the body. Breakfast sets the tone for the day, especially after 60. The body responds to the first signal it receives. A salty start creates internal tension. A balanced start supports calm energy. Eggs can still belong on the plate, but what sits beside them matters more than many realize. And this is only the first combination. Next, we'll look at another pairing that seems harmless, yet may quietly affect your arteries even faster. Number 2. Eggs and processed cheese. This combination looks harmless at first glance. Eggs with melted cheese feel warm and satisfying. They suggest comfort and strength. Many people grew up trusting this pairing. Scrambled eggs with cheese. Omelets filled with slices. Breakfast rolls layered and melted. The danger is not obvious. It does not appear immediately, but it builds quietly inside the body. Egg yolks contain natural fats and nutrients. On their own, they are balanced. Processed cheese changes that balance. Processed cheese carries dense saturated fat. It also contains excess salt and additives. These elements alter how the body handles fats. When eggs and processed cheese are heated together, digestion slows. Fat particles become harder to break down. They remain in circulation longer than they should. Instead of being cleared efficiently, these fats linger. Blood becomes thicker over time. Movement through vessels becomes less smooth. As this continues, arteries lose flexibility. They cannot expand easily. The heart must push harder to move blood forward. This extra effort matters more with age. Blood vessels are already less elastic. Recovery from strain becomes slower. Many older adults never connect this to breakfast. They feel heavy after meals. They feel tired sooner than expected. They assume it is normal aging. But food combinations often play a role. Imagine a woman in her early 70s. She enjoys an egg and cheese sandwich each morning. It feels filling and reliable. She stays active. She walks regularly. She believes her habits are healthy. Over time, she notices subtle changes. Meals feel heavier. Digestion feels slower. Eventually, she replaces processed cheese with vegetables. She uses small amounts of natural cheese instead. Nothing else changes. Within weeks, she feels lighter after breakfast. Energy feels steadier. Digestion becomes calmer. The eggs stayed the same. Only the cheese changed. This highlights an important distinction. Not all cheese behaves the same way. Source and processing matter. Natural cheeses used sparingly act differently. They contain fewer additives. They place less stress on digestion. Processed cheese is designed for texture and shelf life. Not for gentle digestion. Not for aging bodies. When paired with eggs daily, it feeds inflammation. Not strength. Not balance. This combination creates a quiet trap. It comforts the tongue, but strains the cardiovascular system. For older adults, this strain accumulates faster. The body does not reset overnight. Small stresses compound. If you enjoy creamy textures, moderation matters. Smaller portions reduce burden. Added vegetables restore balance. Spinach supports digestion. Tomatoes add freshness. Peppers bring natural sweetness. These additions slow fat absorption. They ease circulation. They help the body respond more calmly. Breakfast should support the day ahead. Not drain energy before noon. Not burden the heart early. Eggs can still remain part of your routine. They are not the issue. The pairing makes the difference. Before we move on, take a moment here. If this information feels helpful, let me know. Comment number 2 below so I know you're watching. And if you value calm, practical guidance like this, consider subscribing. New videos are shared regularly. They are made to support independence and clarity. Now, let's continue. The next combination often appears sweet and light, but it may quietly disrupt energy and balance even faster. Number 3. Eggs and sugar. This pairing often looks innocent. Sometimes it even feels comforting. Eggs with syrup. Sweet toast made with eggs. Sugary coffee beside a protein-heavy plate. Many people never question it. It tastes pleasant. It feels familiar. But this is one of the most deceptive combinations for older adults. The issue is not sweetness alone. It is how sugar behaves with eggs. Sugar enters the bloodstream quickly. Eggs digest much more slowly. These signals conflict inside the body. Sugar demands fast insulin release. Protein and fat slow digestion. The body receives mixed instructions. This confusion creates instability. Blood sugar rises sharply. Then it drops just as quickly. After the drop comes fatigue. Sometimes brain fog. Often irritability or heaviness. These swings are not harmless. They repeat silently with each meal. They place stress on multiple systems. The pancreas works harder to keep balance. The liver struggles to manage combined fuel sources. The heart feels the ripple effects. As we age, this becomes more serious. Metabolism naturally slows. Insulin sensitivity declines. Sugar stays in the bloodstream longer. Blood vessel walls take damage. Inflammation becomes more likely. When eggs are paired with sweet foods, the effect multiplies. Pancakes with syrup. Cakes made with eggs. Sweetened breakfast drinks. These meals feel light. But they are not gentle. Over time, repeated spikes strain circulation. They encourage fat storage. They increase internal wear. Many older adults are surprised by this. They avoid sweets later in the day. But breakfast escapes attention. Consider a familiar routine. A man in his mid-70s enjoys sweet breakfasts weekly. Eggs, milk, white bread, syrup. It feels like a treat. It feels deserved. He avoids desserts. He avoids soft drinks. So he assumes balance. Yet his energy dips mid-morning. Concentration fades. Recovery after activity slows. Nothing feels urgent. So the habit continues. Eventually, he replaces syrup with fruit. He chooses oats instead of white bread. Eggs remain unchanged. The difference surprises him. Energy feels steadier. Crashes disappear. The sweetness did not vanish. Only the form changed. This is what makes sugar so misleading. It hides behind comfort. It feels harmless. Inside the body, the story differs. Glucose competes with fat processing. The system struggles to prioritize. This internal tug creates byproducts. They attach to tissues. They stiffen vessels gradually. These compounds speed visible aging. They also slow recovery from illness. They reduce resilience. The process happens quietly. There is no immediate pain, only gradual decline. Eggs themselves are not the problem. They provide stable energy. They support muscle maintenance. Sugar turns eggs into carriers. Carriers of metabolic stress. Carriers of imbalance. Short-term comfort comes at a long-term cost. Fatigue, weight gain, circulatory strain. For older adults, this cost accumulates faster. The body has fewer buffers. Repair takes longer. If sweetness feels necessary, alternatives exist. Fruit offers fiber. Fiber slows sugar absorption. Berries release energy gently. Apples support digestion. Balance is restored. These choices work with eggs, not against them. They reduce internal conflict. A simple rule helps here. Let eggs remain clean fuel. Avoid pairing them with refined sugar. This protects metabolism. It supports steadier energy. It reduces hidden strain. And this brings us to the next combination. It often appears healthy on the surface, yet it quietly interferes with nutrient absorption in surprising ways. Number 4. Eggs and soy milk. This combination often feels like a healthy upgrade. Many people choose it with good intentions. Soy milk is seen as modern and heart-friendly. Eggs are trusted for protein and strength. Together, they look balanced. But inside the body, a quiet conflict begins. Eggs provide complete protein. They contain key amino acids needed for repair. These nutrients support muscle and recovery. Soy milk also contains protein, but it behaves very differently during digestion. This difference creates a problem. When egg protein and soy protein enter together, they compete. They require different digestive enzymes. The body struggles to process both efficiently. Soy contains natural compounds that slow protein digestion. These compounds interfere with enzyme activity. Egg protein breakdown becomes less effective. As a result, absorption drops. The body receives less usable protein. More effort is required just to digest the meal. For younger bodies, this may go unnoticed. For older adults, the effect is stronger. Digestion already slows with age. Enzyme production declines gradually. Efficiency matters more than ever. When nutrients are poorly absorbed, subtle symptoms appear. Energy feels lower. Muscles feel weaker. Some people notice bloating after breakfast. Others feel heavy or sluggish. These signs are often ignored. Undigested protein can linger in the gut. This creates internal irritation. Inflammation becomes more likely. Over time, this inflammation affects more than digestion. It places stress on circulation. It reduces overall resilience. Protein is essential for aging well. It supports muscle mass. It supports immune strength. When absorption is blocked, these benefits shrink. The body works harder. Results become smaller. Consider a common routine. A woman in her early 70s chooses eggs and soy milk daily. She believes she is eating wisely. Her meals look balanced. Her habits feel disciplined. Yet fatigue follows her mornings. She rests more often than expected. Focus fades earlier in the day. Recovery feels slower. Nothing seems obviously wrong. So the habit continues. Eventually, she separates these foods. Eggs stay in the morning. Soy milk moves to later meals. Within weeks, digestion improves. Energy returns more steadily. Clarity feels sharper. The change is subtle but consistent. Nothing dramatic was added. Only timing was adjusted. This highlights an important point. Soy milk is not harmful by itself. Eggs are not harmful either. The issue lies in combination and timing. As we age, nutrient absorption matters deeply, sometimes more than nutrient quantity. How foods interact becomes critical. Even healthy foods can lose value when paired incorrectly. Some combinations reduce benefit. Others increase strain. Eggs shine when paired with supportive foods. Vegetables ease digestion. Whole grains slow absorption. Avocado adds healthy fats without interference. Leafy greens support gut function. These pairings work gently. Soy milk performs better with lighter meals. Fruit supports its digestion. Grains complement its protein. Separating these proteins allows better use. The body processes each more efficiently. Energy delivery improves. If strength and independence matter to you, this matters. Muscle maintenance depends on usable protein, not just intake. Before moving on, take a brief moment. If this insight feels helpful, let me know. Comment number 4 below so I know you're following along. And if you value calm, practical guidance like this, consider subscribing. New videos support clarity, balance, and independence as we age. Now, let's continue. The next combination looks light and refreshing, but it may quietly disrupt digestion in a surprising way. Number 5. Eggs and bananas. This combination often looks clean and healthy. It feels light. It feels natural. Eggs and bananas appear simple together. Many people trust this pairing. Some even blend them for speed. Smoothies. Quick pancakes. Easy breakfasts. The intention is good, but the outcome can be misleading. For older adults, this combination may cause hidden digestive stress. Not immediately, but gradually. The issue lies in digestion speed. Eggs digest slowly. Bananas digest very quickly. Eggs are rich in protein and sulfur. They require time and enzymes. Bananas contain natural sugars and starch. When eaten together, these foods move at different speeds. Sugar rushes ahead. Protein lags behind. This mismatch creates fermentation. Banana sugars begin breaking down too early. Gas starts forming in the gut. As fermentation increases, pressure builds. Bloating follows. Discomfort appears. For younger digestion, this may pass unnoticed. For older digestion, the effect intensifies. Digestion naturally slows with age. Stomach acid decreases. Gut movement becomes less efficient. Gas becomes trapped more easily. The abdomen feels tight. Breathing may feel restricted. Pressure can push upward. The diaphragm is affected. The heart and lungs feel strained. This does not feel dramatic. It feels uncomfortable. It feels heavy. Over time, fermentation releases byproducts. These irritate the gut lining. Inflammation becomes more likely. Some of these byproducts enter circulation. They increase oxidative stress. Fatigue follows more often. Many people misread these signs. They blame age. They blame poor sleep. But food pairing often plays a role. Consider a common habit. An older man chooses egg and banana smoothies daily. It feels efficient. He believes it boosts energy. It saves time. It seems balanced. Yet after breakfast, he feels heavy. Mid-morning fatigue sets in. Focus fades. Nothing seems serious. So the habit continues. Eventually, he separates the foods. Eggs stay for breakfast. Bananas move to later hours. The result surprises him. Digestion feels calmer. Energy lasts longer. The ingredients never changed. Only the timing did. This highlights an important principle. The body thrives on harmony, not speed. Fast-digesting foods prefer fast companions. Slow-digesting foods need patience. Mixing them creates conflict. This conflict affects nutrient absorption. Minerals pass through unused. Energy delivery weakens. Fermentation also increases acidity. Acid reflux becomes more likely. Mineral absorption declines. Calcium absorption suffers. Magnesium uptake drops. Muscle function can be affected. Bananas are not the problem. They are nourishing on their own. They digest best with similar foods. Oats support banana digestion. Yogurt works well. Nuts provide balance. Eggs prefer steadier partners. Vegetables slow digestion gently. Whole grains support timing. These combinations reduce internal tension. They support smoother digestion. They protect daily energy. Healthy eating is not only about nutrients. It is also about interaction. Timing matters. What looks harmless on the plate can act differently inside. The gut responds first. The heart feels the effects later. Avoiding this combination can ease digestion. It can reduce bloating. It can restore lightness. Small adjustments matter more with age. The body responds clearly. Signals become easier to read. Choosing food pairings wisely protects comfort. It supports circulation. It preserves independence. Eggs and bananas both have value. They simply work better apart. Harmony returns when timing improves. And with that, we've reached the final combination. As we reach the end, one thing becomes clear. Eggs were never the problem. Eggs remain one of the most reliable foods for aging bodies. They support muscle. They support steady energy. The real issue lies in what we place beside them. Combinations matter more than most people realize. Many habits form early. They stay unchanged for decades. They feel safe because they feel familiar. But the body changes with time. Digestion slows. Recovery takes longer. What once worked smoothly can become a quiet burden. Not suddenly, but gradually. None of these combinations cause immediate harm. That is what makes them dangerous. They work in silence. A little strain each morning. A little inflammation each day. A little fatigue that never fully leaves. Eventually, the body adapts by working harder. The heart compensates. The gut struggles. People often blame aging itself. They assume decline is unavoidable. But habits shape outcomes. This video was not about strict rules. It was not about fear. It was about awareness. Small adjustments can restore balance. Not through restriction, but through understanding. Changing one pairing can ease digestion. It can stabilize energy. It can reduce hidden stress. Health is not built through perfection. It is built through consistency. Gentle consistency. When food works with your body, everything feels lighter. Mornings begin calmly. Energy lasts longer. The goal is not to eat less. The goal is to eat wisely. Especially after 60. Your meals should support independence. They should protect comfort. They should preserve strength. Eggs can still be part of your life. Just let them stand on stable ground. Choose companions carefully. The body responds to respect. It responds to balance. It responds to care. And those responses accumulate. Day by day. Year by year. If this video helped you see food differently, let me know. Your experience matters here. Leave a comment below and share one change you are considering. even a small one. If you value calm, practical guidance like this, consider subscribing. New videos are shared regularly. Each one supports clarity, independence, and healthy aging. And if you found this helpful, sharing it may help someone else. Someone who trusts familiar habits too much. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of your mornings. They shape the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.